this zero, and will will make this inventory initially high. Initially, suppose we are manufacturing crankshaft, raw material is required EN24. So suppose 1 or 2 ton material initially if you purchase, and once it will enter into the company's premises, the initially maximum inventory will be here. Okay, so this is the initially inventory, means at the zero, means at initial time. Okay, once the production will start, this is actually raw material we have at the initial stage, and once we start the production, this raw materials consumption, so there's a gradually decreasing this line, and it will come to this. Okay, so this point is, so this is the initially raw material we have received in the company's premises. Once production will start, the material will consume and it will come to this position. Once this point, this consumption will reach to this point. After that, once again, we have to order in order to get the raw material, and this is your EOQ. This is your economic order quantity. Once again, the graph will be like this way. Means initially stock consumption will be there. Here again we have to purchase that raw material. Again inventory will go to this. Again consumptions will be there. Again it will go up. Again consumption, and so on. So this is the model number 1. Okay. So once again I will repeat this. This is the inventory versus time graph is there. Suppose we are manufacturing crankshaft, one forging industry is there, and in order to manufacture this crankshaft, we require the raw material. So at the initial position, suppose we have purchased 1 or 2 tons raw material, the stock of that raw material is like this way. And once that forging will start, consumption of that raw material will be there, and here material will get finished. Means all raw material is converted into crankshaft. And after that, means before reaching this point, around here, this is called reordering point. Just suppose if you draw this line, then here is the reordering point. Means we have to do the once again order to that raw material, and once this is actually reordering point, and this line, this is called lead time. Lead time after ordering, within the particular period, the material will receive in company's premises. This is called lead time. So this is called lead time, and this is called reordering point. Reorder. This is the line. This is the reordering line. Correct. So this is the model number 1. Once the reorder will give Hello, hello, hello. No, my sound is audible. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, uh, model number two. Model number two is related to our this inventory controls. So here, this is the graph of model number two, inventory versus time. So initially, the continuous stock built up is there, and after that, consumption is there. Again, continuous built up, again consumption is there. So this is the model number two. This is called continuous replacement, or it is called non-instantaneous inventory models. Okay, and this is normally used in all industry. Production continuous, material coming. This is also continuous. Okay, now we'll go to the model number three. Models number three. So here, as usual, inventory is there, time is there. But what happens? It is similar to our first model. It will go like this. Initially, inventory is high, and after this, it will go like this. Okay. So this is actually ordering quantity. This is the ordering quantity, few ordering quantity, and this is called shortage or buffer stock we'll call. Yes, shortage or buffer stock means once the materials will demand in the stock, then consumption will start, and below this line, below the point, shortage, we have to wait for this. If buffer stock is there, we can make utilization after this, and then we will go for ordering this. This is very dangerous in industry. Shortage, it is not allowed in the industry. So here's shortage is there. In this, there is no shortage, but here is the shortage. So after reaching that production to the certain levels, then we have to wait for some time, and then we'll go for purchasing the raw material. Means only in this model shortage is allowed. We within this part we can make use of buffer stock. Buffer stock means whatever the raw materials exist around us in local market, etc. We can make that purchasing, and then we'll go for ordering this. So this is actually not allowed in industry, but this model is like this way. Okay, so this model is called the inventory models with shortage. This model is called inventory models with shortage. It is actually not allowed in industry, but this is the model. In some of the industry, private limited company, they will allow the shortage. They will stop for some time, and then they will go. Within this period, they will go for maintenance also before getting the raw material. So machinery maintenance periods will be there sometime. Sometimes stock material is there, they are using this, and then it will go. So this is about the three models in inventory. So this how many figures I have drawn here? This is one figure, two, three, and fourth figure. In inventory controls, you have to remember only these four figures, which is more important in your production and operation management and the your gate related syllabus. Okay, so only four figures you have to remember. One is the basic figures about the cost, and after that, uh, three types of models of the inventory. First is instantaneous models, then the non-instantaneous models, then with shortage. Okay, so just I will revise and then we'll go for the specific formula used for each model. Okay, so here so this is the graph of the inventory and time. Once again, you have to remember this is model number one. You have to purchase that material immediately. So here it is a zero. This is the initial inventory. Production will start once the material will consume and it will reach to this point, then we have to give the order. Again, inventory will be there. Again, consumption. Again, maximum increase, then consumption. But this should be within the economical order quantity. Similarly, model number two, here continuous purchasing is there, continuous production is there. Continuous purchasing, continuous production, like this. Here also it is similar to this one. Initially big purchase is there, and after that the before this line, the order means the point at this order will be given and material will reach this. Means there is certain lead time and there is a shortage, and after this material it will go and again it will like this way. So this is the three types of models used in inventory. Now related to this model number one, what is actually economical order quantity, EOQ? EOQ, economic order quantity. Yesterday we have seen. What is the economic order quantity? By using these two costs, we have derived some equation yesterday or day before yesterday. This is the two. This is the demand holding cost. This is ordering cost divided by holding cost or inventory carrying cost. Correct. So this is the economical batch for our first model. Correct. Then second model, economic order quantity. Economical order quantity. So this equation same, 2 capital D, CO, capital means annual demand, and this is the ordering cost per unit, okay, divided by, this is your inventory carrying cost, and in bracket 1 D minus P. So what is the D here and what is the P? Production per unit rate, demand per unit. So this is related to per day. This is the D, capital D, this is related to annual, yearly. But this is also demand, this is also consumption. But per day, this is actually production rate. Production rate and demand rate. Demand rate is consumption rate. Consumption rate, production rate. Only this thing is replaced here. Otherwise, same thing is there. Okay. So this now model 3, UOQ. This is the model 3. So this is the, again same thing is there. 2DC 0 CH holding cost. Same thing. Now here we have to replace this. Here it is 1, it's different. Otherwise economic order quantity. So any numerical problems if you get in your exams, only you have to remember this. Model, try to understand which model this numerical problems belong to. If demand per day rate is given, production rate is given, you can put this. If shortage is allowed, you can put there. If shortage is not there, demand per day is not there, then you can use this. So this is about EOQ of all these models. Okay, up to here it is clear? Or shall I repeat? Hello? Hello? These 4 figures, about these four figures, have you got the clear concept or shall I repeat? It is clear. Very, very good. Okay. Now this is about the economic order quantity. Only you have to remember model and this formula, model and this formula, model and this formula. And try to understand the given formula. Put the particular value in this and solve the numerical problems. Okay. Now next thing is there related to this minimum inventory cost. So once this model is there, then minimum inventory cost is equal to minimum inventory cost. This is equal to first models this minimum inventory cost. Then second minimum inventory cost, this is equal to root of only this specific formula is replaced. Otherwise same thing is that here also minimum inventory cost only this particular part is replaced. Otherwise, both are fixed. So on this basis, questions will be there. Okay, what is the economic order quantity? What is the minimum inventory? Like this way. Okay. Now, total cost. Total cost. This is minimum inventory. Before that we have gone through economic order quantity, and third step, that is the total inventory carrying cost. So total inventory carrying for this model yesterday we have seen here. So what is that total inventory carrying cost? So this is the demand versus quantity into ordering cost plus your average inventory into inventory carrying cost. This is the total cost yesterday we have seen. So in this only we have to add this only. Okay. Everything will remain same. This only we have to add. Inventory carrying cost. This is the only difference in this. Okay. Similarly, same things will be there. So here D versus into Q into C0 plus Q by 2 CH in CS. This is the total inventory. So you have to remember this much only. This is the economic order quantity for this model, minimum inventory for this model, total inventory carrying cost this here, similarly here. Okay, so this is the total inventory things which is including in your syllabus for your GATE exam. Okay, so probable more question is there on this model. Okay, after this model. Okay, after this model. So this and this models, probable more question will be there. Out of these two, this is the more important from the GATE point of view. Correct. So you have to remember only these three models along with economic order quantity, minimum inventory carrying cost, then total inventory cost. So here is any specific doubt related to this, if it is there, you can ask. Any specific doubt? Hello, anybody having any problems, you can ask, so that we'll go to the some numerical problems. Hello, related to these three models and inventory carrying graph. Anybody having any doubt, you can ask, or shall I repeat, or shall I proceed? Hello. Okay, thank you. So we'll go to the numerical problems related to this. Okay. So here calculate economic run length if. Now we'll solve the numerical problems for this. Calculate economic run if length run length if annually demand capital D is equal to, this is a unit, then setup cost that is called ordering cost, CO, this is the rupees 60 per run. Production rate P, say 150 per year. So once production rate is given, you have to use this model, correct? Production rate, then unit cost means CP, procurement cost. So this is the rupees 5 per unit. Inventory carrying cost Inventory carrying cost inventory carrying cost 20% per annum. This is the basic price of that unit. Okay, so calculate the economic run Economic runs means economic batch quantity. Which formula we can use this? Economic batch quantity. Which formula we can use? So whenever production rate is given, always you have to use. Whenever shortage is given, you have to use. Shortage is not there, production is, then you follow this. Okay. So here's calculate economic run length if annually demand D is given, setup cost is given, production rate it is given, unit cost is given, inventory carrying cost 20% of unit cost per annum is given. Calculate economic length. Okay. So how to calculate this? How to calculate? You can use which formula? Production rate? This formula. This formula you have to use and solve. Whether you will solve this question? Hello? With help of model number 2, you can solve these questions and calculate the economic run length. Economic run length is economic batch quantity. Calculate by using model number 2. Formula it is given. Production rate is given. Annual demand is given. What is the answer of this? This is the numerical, this formula you can use. Economical running length means economic batch quantity. This is equal to root of 2D C0 CH 1D minus P. So here production rate is given, demand. Here one demand is given, annual demand D. If other than this, if demand is not there, you can use the same value for small d and capital D also. Here and here, same value you can use. Now put all this value here, calculate economical batch quantity. Calculate. How much? Hello. Hello. How much quantity? What is the answer? Hello. So what is here D? See that 2 into D. D, this is the, okay. What is there? CO setup cost 60 is there. CH. What is the CH holding cost? 5 into 20 means 5 20 divided by 100 into 1 minus divided by production rate. Calculate this. How much? So calculated value of this, how much? Hello? My camera is working or my microphone is working or not? Hello? What is the answer of this problem? You are calculating or not? Hello? What is the economical batch quantity for this?
2000.
Anybody can give 2000. Yes, correct. This is the right answer for this 2000 units. So this is the problems related to your inventory. In your GATE exam, 2 marks question is there, 2 marks. Only you have to remember all these things and put in the particular problems, you will get the answer directly. Okay. So next problems, we will take next problem. Next problems related to this. The demand for atom uniform rate is 50 units per month. Demand is that is 50 units per month. The ordering cost. So here demand, example number 3, demand for particular atom D is given 50 units. Okay. The ordering cost is 30 rupees, order cost. So order cost is rupees 30. The production cost is 2 rupees per unit, production cost. So production cost, this is equal to rupees 2 per unit. Inventory carrying cost 20 paisa per unit per month. Inventory carrying cost. Inventory carrying cost 20 paisa per unit per month. Like this it is given. If shortage cost is 0.3 per unit per month, if shortage cost this is equal to 0.3 per unit, or determine how many times to make production run and what is the size of this. So shortage is there, you can use this formula. Shortage is there, you can use. So here it is the demand, it is given. Okay, 50 D is given, CO 30 is given. Then here CS, shortage cost. So here it is given CS. CS, this is given shortage cost. Then the production cost. Production cost, that is means CP, this is given. Production cost means CP, this is given. So production cost CP, it is given. Then holding cost, inventory carrying cost 0.5 per unit per minute, 0.5 paisa means 0.5. You convert into rupees. So here the inventory carrying cost CS. So here it is a 0.5. Okay. Now make use of this formula, economic order quantity. Solve this. How much unit? So related to this, shortage is there, you can use this formula. So here here demand is given, order cost is given, shortage cost is given, holding cost is. There is no use of this cost. Just you can put this and calculate this. Calculate. Calculate this. What is the answer of this? Correct. So here 126 point something. So you can consider here 127 round figures because quantity in unit whole numbers 127 units. Okay. So like these problems will be there. Similarly, problems based. So now up till now we have gone through all this. Okay. So you have to solve problems based on this one. You have to solve problem on this one. But many times the question will not be there related to this. But even though you can remember, but this is the importance. Okay. So you have to solve more number of problems on this, and tomorrow on this, if any gate related problem is there, we can solve this. Yesterday we have gone through the basic gate related problems. Again we'll go through any question is there based upon this and this. Tomorrow we can solve this. Okay. But this is about the inventory carrying and inventory controls. Okay. So up till now content behind syllabus and which is the importance to your gate exam. We have gone through that. First we have gone through the sequencing, then line balancing, then your break even analysis, then your inventory carrying cost or inventory control. Uh, this totally parts in your GATE exam. Apart from this, your operation research, linear programming, then the assignment, transportation, CPM and PERT. So this total parts in your GATE syllabus. Once again, I would like to remind you, our subject is more important. If you go through this totally units, definitely your cutoff will get crossed. Okay. So starting from the standard calculations of the industrial engineering, then you have to go through the analytical simplex methods of linear programming, analytical parts. After that, you can go through the assignment, transportation models, then CPM and codes. After that, the line balancing. After that, sequencing. After that, break-even analysis. After this, inventory controls. So this much you have to study. Definitely, your cutoffs will get crossed. Okay. So tomorrow, one or two problems related to GATE exams based upon three models will solve and will close the this inventory controls problem. Okay. So still anybody having any doubt, you can ask. No problem. Okay, if a problem is not there, then tomorrow you can solve one more problem and you can give me the answer of the same. Okay. So here the demand is given 7300, production rate is given 300 units, means P is given, the daily demand is given, daily demand, means D, small d 200 units, then setup cost means order cost, CO this is given 50, inventory carrying cost CH, this is given rupees 3. What is the question? Total optimum production rate per annum. Okay. So calculate or decide total optimal production rate production runs per annum. Per annum. So this this is actually answer we required. So for these 2 marks will be there. So tomorrow you have to solve this problem. Out of this, which things you require, you can get it and solve this problem. So answers we'll discuss tomorrow. Optimum production runs per annum. So tomorrow you have to calculate this and give the answer of this. Okay. So today I think our time is over. So we'll stop here. Tomorrow you come with answer of this numerical problem. Thank you.